This time I'd like to call the South Union Township monthly meeting for December to order. I will stand for a meditation and pledge of allegiance. To the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time we'll do the roll call. Mr. Schiffmeyer.
Here.
Mr. Scott.
Here.
Mr. Vernon here. To the Roadmaster's report number 5. I'll handle that. For the month of November, following, we held compost 10 days. We worked on the sheepskin trail daily, cleaned off drains, we patched a few holes throughout the township. With the help of Mr. Scott, we erected a comfort station next to the Meadowbrook ball field. It's still under construction. We put wreaths up in Hawkwood on the southeast side, and we decorated the Spankhauser Park, and also we decorated down at the bridge by the Sheepskin Trail. I think that concludes. Also, we winterized the bathrooms, closed the bathrooms at the Hutchinson Park and Yarford Park. That concludes my tip. Anything else, Joe? That's it. Okay, we're going to number 6, sewage department report. Mr. Scott?
Yes, sir. During the month of November, all the pump stations were working efficiently. We talked about adopting a stormwater ordinance, which we'll be adopting that in the January meeting. We just got it back today, so we really didn't have time to review it. We were supposed to do smoke testing this past couple days over on Ribble Drive, but we ended up canceling because of the snow. We will do that either at the end of this week or next week. We're going to do that. And that's part of our, as I've mentioned in the other meetings, we have a requirement from DEP to do certain things, and this is one of the requirements we have to do. So that will conclude, I think once we get that done, we're done for the 2020 year. That concludes everything we needed to do for this year. The only other thing I have is not sewage related, but we did have to cancel our Christmas event we had at Hutchinson. We ended up having just a little scaled down event because we couldn't cancel some of the things that we had scheduled. We were going to lose too much money on, so we ended up having the reindeer and the carriage rides, which are sold out. They will continue for the next 4 weekends. But hopefully next year we can build on this and do something big. I know everybody was disappointed we had to cancel, but it's just the world we're living in right now. So hopefully next year's better. That's all I have.
Anything else to add?
Well, just to follow up on that, I think looking into the future with the creation of the vaccine that's supposedly on its way, hopefully this time next year, although it might not ever be back to normal the way it was years ago, we'll be able to function on a relatively normal basis in activities such as the reindeer and the Christmas decorations. We'll continue to build on that. And I know the public getting a lot of positive feedback from the public about the things we're doing.
Okay. All right, going to item number 7, Code Enforcement Officers Report. I'll handle that one. For the month of November, we had letters sent out for property repairs was 3. We had junk vehicles was 1, dog complaints 2, burning complaints 2. Again, we can burn on Saturdays only from 8 to 5. It must be a controlled blaze, and I mean someone has to be watching that at all times. High grass and weeds, we had 1. We had 2 quad complaints and 2 parking complaints. Citations issued by our code officers was 57, and zoning violations was 21. Handicap tickets given out by our officers was 63. Fire lanes was 11 and no parking was 5. A total of 79 tickets was given out in November. Again, our officer, we have one works full-time and one works part-time, also in the evening. We have 2 evening officers working. They travel a total of 2,425 miles throughout the township for the month of November. That concludes my report. Anything else, gentlemen, like to add? Okay. Let's go on to the next one. Motion to approve minutes for the previous meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion. We approve the minutes of last month's meeting.
Motion by Mr. Shipper, we have a second.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Scott. No questions on the motion. Roll call, Mr. Schiffbauer.
Yes.
Mr. Scott.
Yes.
And Mr. Vernon, yes, motion carries. Number 9, we go on to comments on the agenda items. No comments. We'll go to number 10. Motion to pass resolution number 1620 to adopt the annual budget report for the fiscal year 2021. Do we have a motion to approve that?
Yeah, before I make a motion, it has been advertised, and I think this is, seems like every time we go through this, you're trying to track down whether the township has had a increase in the real estate tax. We're probably well within the mid-40s, 40, 45 years since there's been an increase in the township real estate tax, which is quite impressive, and we're proud of it, and I think that shows that we are fiscally responsible for the money that we spend to the township, and this is just another year the taxes, the real estate taxes stays what they've been for many, many years.
Okay. So you're making that motion
Yes.
to pass. Do we have a second on the motion?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Scott. Motion made by Mr. Schiffbauer. Any questions on the motion? Mr. Schiffbauer?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Vernon, yes, motion carries. Item number 11, motion to adopt taxes for 2021. Earned income, 0.5% for residents and 1% for non-residents. Real estate transfer, 0.5%. Mercantile, 0.5 of 1 mil wholesale and 0.75 of 1 mil retail. The local service tax is $47. The fire hydrant is $6 for residential and $9 for commercial. And again, Mr. Shepherd mentioned our real estate tax will stay the same for as to many years of 0.6 mils. We have a motion to approve that.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Mr. Scott. Do we have a second?
I'll second
Second.
Mr. Scott's motion.
By Mr. Shepherd. Any questions on the motion? Mr. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd.
Yes.
Motion carries. Let's go on to item number 12. Motion to hold our reorganization meeting on the first Monday in 2021 would be January 4th, 8 a.m. at this office here. You have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we hold our annual reorganization meeting at the Township Meeting Room here on January 4th, 2021 at 8 a.m.
Can you put a second on that?
I'll second Mr. Schiffbauer's motion.
Second by Mr. Scott. Any question on the motion? Roll call, Mr. Schiffbauer.
Yes.
Mr. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Vernon, yes, motion carries. Item number 13, motion to ratify a 3-year contract with our Teamsters Union effective January 1, 2021. Do we have a motion to approve that?
I'll make
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll make a motion to approve the 3-year contract. They were asking for a 5-year contract. In the last 2 years, it seemed like the health and welfare was just a little bit out of line, so we asked them for a 3-year contract, and they accepted, so we did change it to a 3-year contract.
Okay. Motion by Mr. Scott.
Yeah, before I second, I just would like to say one thing though, that, in my tenure here, we've been through many contracts and various, a lot of employees, but this is a very big ticket item, cost to the township in paying our workers, especially through the union workers. But one thing I would like to say, that I think we have a crew of workers right now that probably is producing more for the township than has ever. We have some people with some good skills, some people who are not afraid to work, and I think the job is really getting done the way it should be. And we're tackling things now that we weren't even capable of tackling in different jobs, assignments, and work, the type of work that needs to be done in the township. And I think with that, I'd be glad to second the motion on the extension and ratification of the 3-year union contract.
Thank you, Mr. Schiffbauer. Any questions on the motion? Roll call, Mr. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Schiffbauer.
Yes.
Mr. Vernon, yes, motion carries. We're going on to number 14, the Lacala Trail update. Mr. Schiffbauer, that should be.
Yes, I'd like to give a report. Most people are pretty familiar with our Sheepskin Trail now. It's been in existence for over 3.5 years, and it's been a very big success in the township. Just as we mentioned, talked about some of the activities that's occurred. that we've done along the trail, and just the general usership is just unbelievable. But to build on that, we just finished work last month on upgrading a trail that I don't think all that many people are aware of. The Lick Hollow picnic area that's run by the state is located there at the foot of the mountains as you come into Hawkwood. It's been there for many, many years. The old entrance to that park was followed along Buttermilk Lane onto Lick Hollow, and from Lick Hollow Road, it went into the park. What we've done over the last month, we've upgraded that old roadway and converted it into another trail that we could add to the township's list of trails, and that we're building upon. And from the end of the Amosite, basically where the trailhead will be, from that point on into the park, the Lick Hollow Picnic Park, at its most furthest point was in duration about 1.5 miles. So it gives a nice opportunity, especially in a densely wooded area that the park is, and it just gives us another nice trail that we have here in South Union Township. And also we have people, especially some of the bikers, riding from Sheepskin Trail along the roadway, Reservoir Road, Martha Street, Buttermilk Lane, Lick Hollow. They can now ride into the park. We're talking about close to 4.5 miles in one direction. And even from that point into the park, there is a hiking trail and a mountain biking trail that is called, I think it's Whitetail hiking trail. And it goes up into Pine Knob along the mountainsides, way back in the Quebec Hollow. We're talking probably maybe 10, 12 miles of hiking trails that's now accessible from our Sheepskin Trail. So, we just want to keep this good thing going in South Union Township, and we're very proud of what we've been able to accomplish here. And, like I said, we're building on it. We're just making things nicer for our residents.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Schiffbar. We're going on number 15, comments from the public. No comments from the public? Okay. Go to number 16, our financial statement. Mr. Schiffbar.
Yes, our financial statement here includes all the accounts, checking fund, our general fund, state fund, hydrant fund, athletic fund, payroll fund. It goes on to total for the township's funding for $3,245,661.34 is our balance in all the township accounts. That's my report.
Okay. On to number 17, motion to pay current bills by Secretary Mr. Scott.
I'll make a motion to pay the current bills from the state fund, $8,831.87. The North Union South Union Intergovernmental Board Fund, $10,000. From the sewage fund, $116,859.90. From the collection fund, $52. The recycling fund, $2,718.40. The hydrant fund, $1,125.96. The athletic fund, $2,808.58. And from the general fund, $212,986.40. That's my motion.
A motion by Mr. Scott. Do we have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Second by Mr. Schiffbar. Is there any question on the motion? Roll call. Mr. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Schiffbar.
Yes.
Mr. Vernon, yes. Motion carries. Let's go over to number 18. Our engineer is not present today, so we'll go on to number 19, our solicitor, Mr. Davis.
I don't have anything to report, but if the supervisors have any questions, I'll be glad to do my best to try to answer them.
We're okay?
I have nothing.
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Thank you.
And one thing I would like to add, maybe, Jason, you can elaborate on this, and I know everybody's waiting to go see the football game that's going on right now. But as you know, we received a $200,000 grant from DCNR for the building of our indoor sports complex along Pennsylvania Avenue next to the Plus Lumberyard. We are moving now. We're starting plans, and Jason, I'll call on you for a short minute to further elaborate what's going on and how things look here for our plans in the future, what we're doing there.
Yeah, I think last month I covered what we got the grant. We haven't received the paperwork yet. We're looking in January to sign the documents on that. And that was, I believe we asked for $250,000 and we did get $200,000. But we also have CDBG money that we put aside. I believe we have 300, don't hold me to it, 60,000 I believe it is. We have a total of almost $600,000 to start the project. So we did already contact Eads Group, an engineering firm that we use for various projects, and we are going through the stages right now of having the engineer draw up some plans that we need to get started. But as Bob said before, most of the work that we're going to do is going to be in-house by our guys. So we're able to stretch that, $500 and some odd dollars out to what would probably be double if we had to bid it out and go through the prevailing rate and all that process. So I believe we're going to be able to stretch this out. And then, I'm being optimistic, but I think that we'll be ready hopefully next year to play soccer there next January 2022. We should be able to have some soccer games there. So I'm excited to get started, and if you drive by there, you should see some progress. Probably January, February, we'll start, as I say, ripping and tearing.
Yeah, and we're looking to convert this, for athletics, but also we're trying to make it user-friendly as far as, hopefully we'll eventually have a snack bar, at least a snack bar, maybe something like a restaurant where the spectators, parents, can come and not only enjoy the activities out there on the floor, but also be able to relax, have meals, something to drink, and also in our different phases we're planning for this facility. We're going to be doing other things for meeting rooms, fitness centers, and stuff like that. So, it really it's a great feeling to be a part of a project like this, that we know what it's going to provide our township with in the future. And very few municipalities have either the money or the will to do something like this, but South Union certainly does.
One other thing I'd like to add, in that $600,000, we did get a donation from Mr. Kluss that we bought the building off of, and I'd just like to give him recognition. He kind of flies under the radar and doesn't want recognition for what he does, but I can say he's making a donation to our soccer facility that's definitely going to help us get things started. And during the whole process of buying the building and also the little bit we have done down there, he sent guys over to move stuff for us when we needed help and stuff. So I just want to thank him for his donations to the community, because he's very involved in sports and he wants to see this facility take off as much as we do.
He's a very humble person.
Yes.
We appreciate his assistance.
Not to change the subject, but I just want to make one comment. We're very blessed in our township. We have two partners. There are two go-getters, Mr. Scott and Mr. Shipper. They don't stop. They're always thinking ahead for the township.
You
I want to thank both of you.
you got to take credit too.
I do the paperwork for you guys. Yeah, now we are blessed. I appreciate both of you. Let's go to number 20, Mr. Scott's favorite motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn at 4:20.
I'll second it.
I know you like to stretch it out longer than this. We had a football game to
Yeah.
watch.
Okay,
Our priorities.
roll call, Mr. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Shipper.
Yes.
Mr. Vernon, motion carried. This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you very much. Last one was 4:23 last.